We're bringing back Morality with Motamedi. This is a classic segment on the show where producer Louis Motamedi, addresses ethical and moral dilemmas. And we are going to go back to some classics to prepare you for the return of Morality with Motamedi in 2016. Here is one where Louis is asked about turning friends in for crimes. Which crimes would be bad enough that Louis would consider turning friends in for those crimes if he knew they had committed them? We will review the classic episode and have new episodes of Morality with Motamedi in 2016. This week's Morality with Motamedi. On the last show, it wasn't a Morality with Motamedi question, but I just asked Louis, if you saw me molesting a child, would you turn me in, or would your loyalty to me supersede that? And Louis said he would turn me in. Natan said he would turn me in. I told Louis I would turn him in. I think we all passed that test, so to speak.
Right, right.
But then Bradley, who always sends me great morality questions, said that I need to present Louis with some other more nuanced scenarios, because child molestation is pretty serious, and anybody who would say anything but a definitive yes, I would turn you in, probably has something wrong. So there's a couple of scenarios that, Louis, if you saw me commit the following crimes, would you turn me in? In other words, would you call the police and say, David Pakman just committed this crime, do your thing, do your stuff, right? Number one, if I robbed someone at gunpoint with a gun you knew to be unloaded, if you saw me do that, would you call the police on me?
No.
You wouldn't?
No.
Really? Why not?
Just because I know you're not going to hurt anyone. And, yeah, that's it, really.
Okay. Number two, if I sexually assaulted an adult girlfriend of mine who said she didn't want me arrested. In other words, she said she wasn't interested in calling the police or pressing charges. Would you call the police and say, I just assaulted my adult girlfriend who is not interested in calling the police?
Yeah.
You would?
Yeah.
But why? If she says that she's not interested in calling the police, and you know it's the first time I'd ever done something like that.
Oh, well, you just included that. No, still, I would, because a lot of the time, that's what happens. Even when women are raped, a lot of the time they don't want to go to the authorities. So
you would still call?
Yeah.
All right. If I set an empty car on fire and the car belonged to someone you didn't like, but you knew I set the car on fire, would you call the police on me?
Nope.
Why not?
Because it's a person I don't like. Screw them.
Is that really the deciding factor?
And because you're not hurting anyone. It's an empty car.
This is very ambiguous morally. And number four, if I was selling crack cocaine to adult college students, not to children, selling crack cocaine to adult college students right to their dorm room, I wasn't on the street, would you turn me in?
Nope.
No. And this is because a lot of the people you know now are involved in the drug trade, and you haven't turned any of them in, I assume.
Not true. No, if you want to smoke crack cocaine, you're an adult. That's your prerogative. You can smoke crack
not
cocaine.
turning them in for smoking it, turning me in for selling it.
Okay, they're going to get it one way or another. I don't care if you're giving it to them.
Okay. And number five, if I slapped an unruly child across the face.
Well, it depends on how unruly.
Okay. I mean, so that's a maybe.
It's a maybe.
Okay, let me go through this. If you robbed someone at gunpoint, even with an unloaded gun, I would turn you in. If you assaulted your adult girlfriend, I would turn you in. If you set an empty car on fire of a person you dislike, that's a maybe. I'm actually not sure on that one. If you were selling crack cocaine to adult college students, I don't know on that one. I mean, it's... I guess I would tend to know on that one. And if you slapped an unruly child across the face, I would probably turn you in. Yeah, stuff with kids, just I don't like.
Yeah.
No, that's me.
Oh, okay.
Hopefully I passed the test or whatever. Whatever we were trying to determine, I hope that it was ascertained.